Hello, my name is Abe, and welcome to Slay the Spire. I want to play this game because it has been a while since I played it. It's coming out, proper release, sometime mid-January, theoretically. That's when they have announced it. And I've been wanting to wait to play Slay the Spire for YouTube and for Twitch because I wanted to wait until the game got a full release. But you know what? I've just been dying to play this game again because I played a lot of this game in the past. I think I'm on Ascension 10 or something. But this game is a lot of fun, and I want to play it. So you know what? No more delay. Let's play some Slay the Spire. Now, Slay the Spire is a card deck building game. You build a deck of cards that do attacks and defense and, affect the battlefield. And the battlefield is you on the left with enemies on the right. We'll get into the game in a second here. And you go through a run. There's 50 rooms. The game calls them floors. 3 acts, 3 bosses that you have to kill. If you kill all 3, you win. Your characters are the Ironclad, 80 HP. He has an ability, a relic. At the end of combat, heals 6 HP. The Silent, 70 HP. Silent starting relic is Ring of the Snake. At the start of each combat, draw 2 additional cards. That only happens once at the beginning of each combat. Not every turn of combat, just once at the beginning of combat, you draw 2 additional cards and then it's used. And similarly, Burning Blood at the end of combat heals 6 HP. This only triggers at combat. Some encounters in the game are not combat, so this doesn't help you for those encounters. But then you have, as Mud puts it, Wizard Robot, the Defect, a combat automaton who starts with Cracked Core and channels 1 lightning at the start of each combat. This is a very interesting character, kind of complex, but I actually have a lot of fun with the Defect. We're going to start with the Ironclad. We're going to start not even on Ascension mode. We're just going to play a normal run with the Ironclad to see if we can't defeat not only the 3rd boss, but the secret super final act 4th boss as well. And if we succeed on these 3 characters, we'll go to Ascension 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think there's 20 Ascension levels. Each one is harder than the last one. And we'll just play Slay the Spire until we are tired of the Spire. So let's embark with the Ironclad. This here is Niao. Niao lives at the bottom of the Spire. He keeps resurrecting us when you fail and sends you back up to the top of the Spire to try to do whatever it is that you're trying to do in this game. Still kind of a little bit unsure about that. Another try, choose. We can choose one of 4 different starting buffs for ourselves for the run. We can obtain a random, colorless, uncommon card. Cards have different rarities, uncommon, common, rare. They also have colors. The Ironclad is the red deck, the Silent is the green deck, the Defect is a blue deck, and there are colorless cards that can appear in any deck, but those are usually special or they have special effects. So we can obtain basically a random, colorless, uncommon card, not common, not rare, but uncommon, so medium quality. We can obtain 3 random potions. Potions go up here at the top. We can lose 8 maximum HP, so we'd go down to 72 of 72, but gain 250 gold, which we can use to buy stuff from shops. Or we can lose our starting relic, which is this up here, at the end of combat heals 6 HP, and we can obtain a random boss relic. Boss relics tend to give you more energy, so you can play more cards every turn. They're usually very, very strong or game-changing. We have a map. We have a deck list. We can see what our deck contains to start with. This is the default starting deck for the Ironclad. 5 strikes that deal 6 damage each. 4 defense that gain 5 block each, and 1 bash that deals 8 damage and applies to vulnerable to the enemy. And you can see that little tool text pop up that says vulnerable creatures take 50% more damage from attacks. So if there's one enemy that we want to just hit hard, we can hit him hard. Hit him with the vulnerable, hit him with strikes. The strikes will do 9 damage instead of 6 because it's 50% more damage. There's block. I guess there is no special keyword on the strike cards. It's just, hey, deal 6 damage. So what do we want to do? Well, we can look at the map. We can choose our path through the level and then fight this boss up here. These horned enemies are elite enemies. These non-horned enemies are standard combat encounters. There are chests that have loot, campfires where you can heal or upgrade cards. Every card in your deck has 2 forms, a standard form and then an upgraded form. Strike Plus, if it's upgraded, does 9 damage instead of 6. If we look at the Defend, it goes from 5 block to 8 block if you upgrade it. Bash goes from deal 8 damage, apply 2 vulnerable, to deal 10 damage, apply 3 vulnerable. And that means 3 turns of vulnerability. While this is the 2 turns of vulnerability at the default. So, we can choose. You know, there's an early shop. If we gain gold, we can go there and get some, you know, potentially good cards or relics. What was the burning? We've never seen that. Burning? Ah, I know what you're talking about. I'll get to that in a second. Question mark cards can have combat or random encounters. Random encounters can be like, take a curse, get a relic, or, you know, spin a wheel and you get a random prize or a random penalty. They can be hit or miss. They can be super strong. You never know. And then we got this weird burning elite here. This is part of the super quest line to unlock the 4th boss in the game, the final boss, the true final ending, you know, because every frickin' roguelike has to have an unlock criteria for unlocking a true final boss or a true final ending or something. And basically, once you win the game once as the Ironclad, I think you unlock burning elites, which show up once per floor, and we'll deal with that once we get to it. But that's just a normal elite encounter otherwise. So what do we want to do? Where do we want to go? Well, elites, the reason why you want to fight elites is because they drop extra loot. In addition to dropping cards and money, and sometimes potions, they will drop guaranteed relics. And relics will be very powerful. I mean, you can already tell. Burning Blood, heal 6 HP. That's pretty strong. I think on this run what we're going to want to do is hit this shop early. We'll hit this elite probably. So why don't we lose 8 max HP, gain 250 gold. Max HP is usually not that bad to lose. We'll hit up the shop, there's a couple question marks along the way, and then we'll just go from there. So, we're on the left, enemies on the right. We have 72 HP. This guy has 10, this guy has 29. The slime on the left is going to attack me for 5 damage, due to the hovering pop-up you can see there, and the slime on the right is going to hit me for 7 damage and a negative effect. This guy is aggressive, he's going to attack. This guy is strategic, he's going to negative effect and attack me. You can also just tell because it's got the green haze on it. So, they're dealing 12 damage. I could block all 12 damage. I only have 3 energy, and all of these cards play for 1 energy, except for Bash, which plays for 2. The 2 icon in the top left corner is the energy. So I could play defend, strike, defend. I got multiple options here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kill this slime with 2 strikes. These deal 6 damage each. This takes 5 damage off the board. I'm only taking 7, play 1 block, we're taking 2. Why do I not mind that? Because at the end of combat, we heal for 6. So taking 2 damage now doesn't really matter, does it? And again, does taking 2 damage on this turn really matter? No, because we heal for 6 total, we're only 2 down. So I'm gonna bash him, that applies vulnerability, which means that next turn, we should be able to kill him with basic cards. This will deal 12. If you just hold and drag the card, you can see how much damage it's gonna do. The strike will deal 9, 12 plus 9 is 21. He has 21 HP, this will kill him. The other thing we could do is, defend, we could slime. This acid slime here, he attacked me with a debuff that added this to my deck, temporarily, not permanently. I have another one in here too. It's a dead card that doesn't do anything, and I have to expend 1 energy to play it to get rid of it. So it's really annoying. If you get a lot of these, you're gonna be in trouble. But this guy, hit him, he's dead. We heal up, we get rewards, 15 gold, a steroid potion, gain 5 strength, at the end of your turn lose 5 strength. Strength means we deal more damage, so basically every attack does 5 more damage for 1 turn. And we can add in a card. Burning Pact, exhaust 1 card, draw 2 cards. Exhaust, if you've played Magic the Gathering, exhaust is exile. The card goes away forever and it won't appear until, well, your next combat, your next game, which for us is, 1 room away. Iron Wave, gain 5 block, deal 5 damage. Clash can only be played if every card in your hand is an attack, deal 14 damage. So Clash means that if we get Defends, we can't play Clash. We have to play the Defends, and then we can play the Clash. Thing is, Clash is actually a pretty good card, and it deals a lot of damage, so I'm gonna take it. Early game, we want to get other cards added to this deck, because it's pretty weak. Strikes deal 6 damage, Clash deals 14 damage, 2.5 strikes, that's pretty good. So I played the Defense, which means now we can play the Clash. We played Strike. He's got 28 HP, which is not a lot. He's dealing 6 damage, we're gonna block 5 of that, hit him. We don't need to block all of it, again, because we don't need to. And 6 is 18, so we got him. Easy fight. Easy fight. Warcry, Thunderclap, Uppercut, 0 energy card, 1 energy card, 2 energy card. Warcry is a skill. You can see the word skill, and it's got a square portrait. Thunderclap and Uppercut are attacks. Uppercut is a uncommon card because it's got a blue border. These are both common cards, I believe. I think that's how that works. Yeah. So Warcry, draw 1 card, put a card from your hand on top of your draw pile. So if you have, a good defensive card that you don't need, you can Warcry, put it on your draw pile. Next turn you'll get it. Thunderclap, deal 4 damage and apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies. This is a good opener because if you open combat with this, you can theoretically use your other attacks to deal more damage. And Uppercut, deal 13 damage, apply 1 weak and 1 vulnerable. Weak means that enemies do 25% less damage. So it's kind of like a bit of a block and a bit of a vulnerable, and it does a lot of damage. I actually do like Uppercut. I like Uppercut because when you upgrade it, it applies 2 weak and 2 vulnerable, meaning that the enemy stays afflicted for 1 additional turn. It's actually a pretty good card, I think. I'm gonna take it. Vulnerability is tight, and there are also relics that make vulnerability even better for you. Instead of dealing, 50% extra damage, enemies will take 75% extra damage. So you can get some nice stuff going on there. We got a shop. Brutality, power. At the start of your turn, lose 1 HP and draw 1 card. Armaments, gain 5 block. Upgrade a card in your hand for the rest of combat. All these cards can be upgraded. And what that allows us to do is to slowly, choose which card we want to upgrade as we add stuff to our decks. Thunderclap is on sale. We've already seen that. We've already seen Uppercut. These are your colorless cards. Enlightenment, reduce the cost of all cards in your hand to 1. And in Transmutation, add X random colorless cards into your hand. They cost 0 this turn, exhaust, and it plays for X. So it uses all of your remaining energy and does its effect. So it would add 3 random colorless cards into your hand. Could be good. We have relics we could buy. Pen Nib, every 10th attack does double damage. Sundial, every 3 times you shuffle your draw pile, gain 2 energy. Frozen Eye, when viewing your draw pile, the cards are now shown in order, because you can look at your draw pile and your discard pile, and your draw pile is random, but with this you can see the exact order of your deck. So what the hell do we take here? Well, here's what I'm thinking. 2 energy card, 2 energy card, 2 energy card. Enlightenment, reduce the cost of cards to 1. We can make the bash and we can make the uppercut really cheap with Enlightenment. That seems like it might be kind of nice. And what else am I gonna do? I'm going to remove a basic block. It's usually a good idea to do some card removal because it makes the rest of your deck better. If you remove the basic, strikes and defends, you can get better attack cards and better defensive cards added to your deck. Before you lies an elaborate shrine to an ancient spirit. Pray to gain gold, desecrate to gain a lot of gold, and also get a curse. Curses are not good. At the end of your turn, lose HP equal to the number of cards in your hand. That can really hurt you. for a lot of damage over and over again in individual combats, in sequential combats. You can remove curses in shops. You know, we removed a defend, but there is no shop really in our future except here. That's a long ways away. So I'm just gonna take the gold. Just free gold, really. Okay. 7 damage, 6 damage. We can't block it. We have no blocks. You know, I did remove a block. But we don't really care about blocking, do we? Because we can just kill one of them. Oh, well, that does it too. And then if we take 6 damage, we'll heal for 6 at the end of combat. So this guy, he actually has a ability, Curl Up. On receiving attack damage, rolls up and gains 5 block once per combat. So if I hit him, now I hit him for 6, he gained 5 block. But this is not permanent block, it'll just go away in a second. So now I can hit him and kill him. He doesn't have his ability anymore, and he dies. We had Enlightenment, I should have paid attention to that, but that's okay. Armaments, Iron Wave, Sword Boomerang. Do we want any of these cards? I mean, Armaments is a pretty good card, and I'm gonna tell you why. I hit the wrong button though. If you upgrade Armaments, instead of upgrading a card for the rest of combat, it upgrades all cards in your hand for the rest of combat. So you can use Armaments to then upgrade, 4 other cards in your hand. You get a lot of value out of that. So that's a potentially good card for us. We can rest, we can smith, we can recall to obtain the ruby key. There are 3 keys that you need to get to the super final boss. We're not gonna worry about that right now. I'd rather smith and upgrade the Armaments to make it Armaments Plus. Armaments Plus is now going to be able to upgrade other cards for us. And let's go question mark. Okay, it's combat, which is fine. We'll Armaments for some block. It upgrades all of these 4 cards for the rest of combat, and then we'll uppercut. No, you know what? I'd rather take no damage. Oh, I had energy, I should have played the strike. That's fine. Defend, clash, strike. You gotta pay attention to things like that, how much energy do you have? Well, Enlightenment, it makes uppercut 1. This guy, he's dead. Such a good turn right there. We got another strength potion, some gold. Bloodletting, body slam, shrug it off. This is better than a defend. Defend gains 5 block. Shrug it off gains 8 block and draws you a card. Can't beat it. Well, you can beat it, but not right now. Well, we'll shrug. Yeah, sure, we'll bash and then we'll clash, and that should do a lot of damage to one of these. Can we kill Jawworm? No, he's got way too much HP. We can, however, kill the smaller enemy, and if we kill the smaller enemy, we only have to deal with this guy later, and we're only going to take 3 damage on the first turn, because he's dealing 11, and he's going to be dead. So let's kill this guy. We're taking 3. Frickin' Jawworm here is still going to live, but it's not that bad. We'll Armaments, which upgrades everything else. We'll Uppercut, which weakens him, so we're taking no damage. And he's vulnerable and weak for 2 turns. So now this turn we can kind of just go hard on him. Although we're not going to. We're just going to defend, and then strike, strike. Even the strikes do 9 damage now, which is nice. And, I mean, I think he's not quite dead. So we're gonna... Armaments, shrug. No, he's dead. Clash, strike. Gambler's Brew. Interesting potion. Discard any number of cards, then draw that many. So if you get a really bad hand, you can roll the bones and try to get something else. Combust, Sever Soul, Hemokinesis. Hemokinesis, lose 3 HP, deal 14 damage. That's good damage. That's as much damage as a Clash, but instead of having the restriction of you can only play it if you have attacks, the restriction is, oh, you lose some HP. Ironclad is all about losing HP because he's got this ability that regains HP. So Combust, at the end of your turn, lose 1 HP and deal 5 damage to all enemies. Good crowd control. But once you play it, you can't turn it off. 1 HP every turn down the drain, potentially. Sever Soul is interesting. Exhaust all non-attack cards in your hand, deal 16 damage. You know, if we have cards that we can't play, like curses or status effects, we can't play Clash. This lets us play Clash. It does a decent amount of damage. You know, we can play it for 2. We can, you know, theoretically enlighten it to play it for 1 energy. It's not that bad. I'm gonna take it, just because we still need to keep adding cards to the deck. And we have our first treasure chest. Omamori Sapphire Key. Omamori, negate the next 2 curses you obtain. So if we take this, which we're going to, we have Omamori. And the next 2 curses are not added to our deck. It's kind of nice, actually. We will Armaments, and then we will Strike and Strike. So this gremlin knob here, he's a bit of a knob. He's very annoying because, oh, you know what I should have done? Gambled the Enlightenment and then played like Uppercut for 1 energy or something like that. That's kind of dumb of me. This guy is an elite. He's super strong. He enrages, and enrage means whenever you play a skill, gains 2 strength. When we play skill cards, he gets strong. That's scary. What we're gonna do is we're gonna bash him to make him vulnerable, and I will play 1 skill. I'll play 1 block. Will I? If I dump and then draw 4, we're pretty likely to get the Clash that we want. I'll just play 1 block. There, no, we've done it. Okay, I tell you what, we're gonna drink the potion. We're gonna re-roll the defends. No, we had the defend. There's 1 in the draw pile, and I drew it. That's unfortunate. That's okay. We're taking some damage. We're purposefully taking this damage, by the way, because we can't really play a lot of skills. We'll just get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. We don't want that to happen. We want to kill him quickly. 34 gold, Regal Pillow. Whenever you rest, heal an additional 15 HP. So at the campfires, we can rest for HP, and we can get some more HP. Power Through, add 2 wounds, gain 15 block, Rage, whenever you play an attack, gain 3 block. Thunderclap, deal 4 damage and apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies. I don't really like these. They don't really fit with anything that we've got going on in the deck, really, and I don't think we need them. I will Smith. I will upgrade probably Enlightenment, which reduces the cost of all cards in your hand to 1 this combat. The difference is that if we play Enlightenment on a Uppercut, it will do, or Uppercut will be played for 1 for the rest of the combat. Before the upgrade, you know, we could play Uppercut for 1, but then if it came back around from our discard pile to our draw pile and we drew it, it would be 2 energy again. Now it's 1 energy forever, which is kind of nice. So let's go over here, attack some fungi beasts. Armaments to upgrade, defend, take no damage, strike. Ideally, at this point, we don't want to take any damage because we do want to heal. So we got to be a little careful. Perfect Enlightenment. Look at this. 1, 1, 1, 1. We can absolutely kill one of them. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit his friend. These guys, by the way, when you kill them, you become vulnerable for 2 turns. It's nasty, but he's not doing anything this attack. He's buffing, he's growing. And now that he's grown, we can kill him. So we took no damage, we heal for 6. X, Twigbreaker X says, Enlightenment is actually the best card you've seen yet. It's a good card. It's a pretty good card. Sword Boomerang, deal 3 damage to a random enemy 3 times. This is a good card if you have Strength, which makes all of your attacks deal more damage, because 1 point of Strength means that it deals 4 damage to a random enemy 3 times. It means that you've gained 3 damage for 1 Strength. You know, if you can make this deal 10 damage, all of a sudden it's dealing 30. If you can make it deal 50 damage, it's dealing 150. You know, you can multi-hit cards like this are really good with Strength. Perfected Strike, deal 6 damage, deal 2 additional damage for all of your cards containing Strike. Well, we have 5, so this would do 6 plus 10, 16 damage. There are other Strike cards that you can add, so we could make this eventually deal a ton of damage, but we would have to fill our deck with Strike. I don't really want to do that, so I'm going to say no to these. Again, it doesn't really fit, does it? Like, we kind of have a very specific, you know, kind of deck archetype we're working with right now. Uppercut, uppercut, clash, bash, enlightenment. It's not really a specific deck archetype, I suppose, but we'll upgrade it. Uppercut. And we'll fight this elite. Sentries. These guys are annoying. They alternate attacking it and debuffing me, and they all have Artifact, which negates one debuff. So we can't actually apply vulnerable by hitting him. They will cancel the vulnerability for one turn. It's very, very annoying. So we're gonna bash, or we're gonna defend and we're gonna bash. We could strike, but if we remove their artifact ability, the next turn we can hit him with an uppercut, vulnerable, weaken him, hit him hard, maybe kill him in one turn, which would be really nice. We're gonna armaments first, then we're gonna shrug, then we're gonna enlightenment. Perfect. We can kill one of them this turn, and because we have 16 block, we're taking no damage. So make him vulnerable. That's definitely a kill. No, we don't have energy, so we have to do it like this. We did 27 damage with one card. Yep. Thunderclap is very good in this encounter, you're correct, Twigbreaker, because it would hit all of them and remove all of their artifacts. But we didn't take that card, so. One thing to note is that the order of the card is important. Apply to weak, apply to vulnerable. They would block the weak, they would get hit by the vulnerable. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna defend, and strike. Again, ideally I want to take as little damage as possible. We gotta build up our HP again. Oh boy! So by the way, the debuff these guys are doing, they add garbage to my deck. So we're taking 4. There's nothing we can do about it. Gain 11 block. We're taking no damage. Hit him. Get rid of these dazes. These dazes are temporary. They exhaust themselves because of the ethereal keyword. So we only have to deal with them temporarily. I want to do it like this. We'll defend. We can't play Clash because we've got that daze in our deck. Corvo Assassin, hello, welcome. We can kill this guy. Easy. And we have a 1 energy uppercut. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make sure that this guy is vulnerable for next turn. We're going to... I guess it doesn't really matter what we do. We can just Sever Soul this guy. It gets rid of a block from our deck temporarily, but who cares? I keep saying temporarily because... Oh, God. Because your deck will never change in combat. The cards in my deck will never change in combat, but certain cards can be exhausted, which means they're gone forever. Bunch of dazes and 1 defend. Cards go into your discard pile, cards are in your draw pile. 5 dazes. But the card's never really gone forever when you exhaust it. It's only for the rest of the combat. We will skip this relic for now. I'll tell you about it in a second. Feel no pain. Whenever a card is exhausted, gain 3 block. Cleave, deal 8 damage to all enemies. True Grit, gain 7 block, exhaust a random card from your hand. Feel no pain, when we upgrade it, gains 4 block. Cleave, deal 11 damage. And True Grit, when you upgrade it, it goes from 7 block to 9 block, but it also goes from exhaust a random card to exhaust a card. You can choose which card to exhaust. I actually really like True Grit. It's a good one. And then we have Bottled Flame, a relic that we got from defeating the elite here. We can put 1 card in our hand to start combat. 1 attack card. I would love to put, you know, uppercut, sever soul, bash, enlightenment, because then we could play everything for 1. What would we like to have in a starting hand? Probably an uppercut. An upgraded uppercut to apply weaken vulnerability. Maybe we can get a kill easily off of that. I think that's what we want. And here we could rest, or a little bit more HP, we could smith, or we could recall. I think we're going to smith the... What boss are we fighting? This guy's not too bad. We're going to... Wait, where to... Can't... Seed. Okay. I didn't upgrade a card. I was looking at the map. What happened? Hello? Proceed, return. I lost my upgrade! What? No, I wanted to upgrade True Grit. Well, okay, so I guess don't look at your map when you're on this screen. That's really strange. Sure, we'll fight the boss. I just wanted to look and see what boss we were fighting, so I clicked on the map, and then I lost my upgrade. It's silly. Anyways, we're gonna uppercut him. We're gonna strike him. This boss is his next turn is gonna be defensive. He has an ability, Mode Shift. If you deal damage to him, he'll change between an attacking form and a defensive form. So right now he's in his attacking form. This guy is gonna do 24 damage. That's a lot of damage, but we can actually handle that pretty easily by doing 9 plus 8 more damage. So what we're gonna do is True Grit. It got rid of Strike. Perfect. Good. So we turned him. He's in a ball. He gained Sharp Hide, which means that whenever you play an attack, take 3 damage. We'll hit him. Make him weak, make him vulnerable. Take 3 damage by hitting him. Not bad. Shrug. Enlightenment. Might as well, you know, it makes this cheaper for free. He's dealing 12 damage, and I'll Sever Soul him for 24. That's a lot of damage, I think. I think it's worth taking a little bit of damage occasionally to get a lot of damage out, so. 9, 9, 14. We can't get to 40, which is how much damage we need to do to get him to not attack me. So I am going to probably... Actually, you know what? We can definitely do it if we take the steroid potion. No, we can't. I miscalculated. Because we have to play both defense to play the Clash. Well, we're still going to play the Clash, but the steroid potion maybe was not the best used there. That's fine. Let's... Might as well armaments to upgrade 2 cards, and then we'll, uppercut. I like uppercut. Apply weaken vulnerability for an extra turn, you know? Let us... Armaments. Shrug. Clash. Strike. We have 13 block, he's dealing 6. We can actually, you know, take a little bit on the block this turn, and we're still taking no damage. This guy looks whack. This is probably one of the easier first floor bosses that you can fight. And now we're gonna hit him hard. We can kill him in like 2 turns very easily, I think. Although we should probably try to avoid taking some damage. Let's uppercut. Screw it. Hit him hard. We're taking 12. We're going to go down to 15 HP. He's dealing 12, so we're not dead. Play Enlightenment. Bash is now 1. Strike is 1. True Grit, we can exhaust the defend, gain 9 block. We're taking 3. And if we do 18 damage, he's dead. There's 18 damage right there. Cool, so first boss killed. We get a Fear Potion, we get a chance to add a rare card to the deck. Ooh, nice little golden card there. Dark Embrace, Limit Break, Immolate. Whenever a card is exhausted, draw a card. Double your Strength Exhaust. This is really good in a Strength build, but we don't have Strength. Or Immolate. Deal 21 damage to all enemies, add a burn into your discard. Burns are unplayable status cards that damage you. I couldn't have worded it better myself. Limit Break is nice, but we don't have any way of gaining strength right now. This isn't really a strength deck. I guess Immolate is a pretty good card. We'll take it. It's dangerous, but it can be good. Okay, now this is very interesting. We can now choose one of these 3 boss relics. White Beast statue makes potions always appear in combat rewards. So after every fight, you get a potion. Cursed Key, gain energy at the start of each turn, so you'll have 4 out of 4 energy instead of 3 out of 3. Whenever you open a non-boss chest, obtain a curse. Okay. Snecko Eye. At the start of your turn, draw 2 additional cards. Start each combat confused. Whenever you draw a card, randomize its cost. What this means is that a strike could be 1 energy, or 0, or 2, or 3. Uppercut could be 2 energy, or 3 energy, or 1 energy. or 0 energy. I think because we have expensive cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Bash, sorry, not Clash. Because we have expensive cards, because we have Enlightenment, which can make things 1 this combat, I think we actually want Snecko Eye. And it's kind of a weird relic to be taking on, you know, the first video of a series, but you know what? I think it's the best card for us. It's really freaking good. Now, what do we have? Elites. We have an elite there, an elite there. We definitely want to start fighting more elites, I think. We can hit this early shop, hit this flaming elite, hit this elite, come up here, fight the boss. Yeah, let's do that. And now we get to see Snecko Eye in action. Uppercut is 3, strike is 0. Uppercut is 2, which is its normal cost. Immolate is 2, which is its normal cost. Enlightenment is 2, which is expensive, but we can reduce the cost of these other cards to 1, but we can still only play 1 because this thing costs 2. So what do we do? What do we do? We're taking 20 damage. That's a lot. I think you probably just want to immolate to deal 21 damage to both and then strike. This is not a very good turn, but sometimes that happens with Snecko Eye. You get a bad roll of the die and you get expensive cards. This turn's actually, it's still pretty bad. Armaments for 0 is good. Shrug for 1 is, well, defend for 0 is good. Shrug for 1 means we're taking no damage. Defend, okay. Sever Soul means that we can play Clash, except Clash now is 3 energy and not free, which is unfortunate. But hey, you know what? Took no damage, got a kill. By the way, this guy's stealing my gold. We gotta kill him. Bash is 1. Oh, and then we have a 0 energy strike, a 0 energy strike, and a 0 energy strike. Perfect. So we took some damage. It's gonna happen. I don't really want to add too many Sever Souls because we're kind of, I think with Snecko's Eye, we're kind of going to focus away from Clash and more towards just expensive good cards and making them cheaper. So I think we skip this. Spot Weakness admittedly is pretty good. Gaining Force Strength if the enemy intends to attack. I'll take it. In an abandoned temple, you find a giant book. Open, riddled with cryptic writings. As you try to interpret the elaborate script, it begins to shift and morph into writings you are familiar with. We're gonna read this book. This actually is a plot book, surprisingly. Odd, the book seems to be about an ancient named Niao. That's the big whale guy at the beginning of the game. This piques your interest, but you have a general feeling of malaise. Continue, lose 1 HP. There is no option to not continue, so we're continuing. The Ancient of Resurrection, Niao, was exiled to the bottom of the Spire. You're compelled to read more, but your body begins to ache. Seeking vengeance, Niao blesses outsiders, using them for her own purposes. You are starting to feel very weak and tired. Those resurrected by Niao remember only fragments of their past selves, cursed to fight for eternity. As you near the final page, your old wounds begin to reopen. Do we stop, lose 3 HP, or take the book and lose 10 HP? We want the book. It's, damn it, it's Neilry's Codex. At the end of your turn, you may add 1 of 3 random cards to your draw pile. It's not a good book. It's actually the worst book you could get from the encounter, which is unfortunate, but hey. You know, sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. My favorite color is blue. How about you? So what do we have? Upon pickup, obtain an additional copy of a card in your deck. Molten Egg, whenever you add an attack into your deck, upgrade it. So all attacks would be upgraded, even these ones if I added them. Start each combat with 1 dexterity. Dexterity means that you gain more block for each block. So, I think here's my thinking. I think we want the mirror, and we want another enlightenment to make cards cheap. And then we probably, at this point, want to remove a card. What do we want to remove? Probably just like a basic strike. So we'll remove a strike, because it's pretty much the worst card that we have. And we could take Dex up, why not? It makes blocks literally one better. And we'll go fight this elite. Why not? This guy, Shelled Parasite. He's got plated armor. At the end of its turn, receive 14 block. Receiving attack damage reduces plated armor by 1. So we have to punch through his block, and every time we punch through his block, we weaken his block. So it's going to be kind of an annoying encounter here to fight. But we have Enlightenment, which reduces cost of cards to 1. So we can choose what we're going to play. We're going to play an Uppercut. And I think I'm going to take the Energy Potion so that I can play Armaments and then a Strike and then a Spot Weakness. I should have done it in the opposite order. Gain the Strength and then hit him, but whatever. We'll gain permanent force strength for the combat. And do we want to add in a card? Nah. The thing is that Neilry's Codex, it never adds in upgraded cards. It only adds in non-upgraded cards, so it's almost never worth it, I think. He's dealing 7. 1 Shrug It Off gets us to 9. For 1 energy, and we draw a card, which isn't something that we wanted, but that's okay. Bash or Immolate. Immolate does 37 damage. Minus 13, because it's got to go through the block. Next turn we're getting a Clash and an Uppercut. I kind of feel like just making him vulnerable, though, so that we can deal more damage to him later. And we can Sever Soul. Didn't even think about that. Clothesline, Searing Blow, Headbutt. Clothesline applies weak. Searing Blow can be upgraded any number of times, so it could deal 100 damage if you upgrade it 10 times. And Headbutt lets you put a card from your discard pile into your draw pile, which is really nice for selecting one particular card. I don't really care about any of those. Defend for 0. He's dealing 10 damage. We could defend for 3 and then basically re-roll for the next round of combat, but I think dealing 25 damage and then 25 damage should kill him. So he's dead. Add a card, Ghostly Armor. Ethereal means that if you don't play it, it's gone forever. Well, gone for the combat. It exhausts itself, so we have to play this or else it's gone. But we don't really care about Ghostly Armor, honestly. We don't care about energy, because this isn't always going to be 1. It's going to be 2 or 3 energy sometimes, so I don't think we want Seeing Red. But if it's 0 or 1, it's actually kind of good because it gives us more energy to play with other cards. I'll take it. Test Jax. I'll read the thing. A man with an eye patch and a devilish grin strides up to you. Hey there, stranger. What you buying? What are you selling? Interested in advancing science? I can make you stronger than any training or blessing. You're gonna need it if you're one of those heroes with a death wish. What do you say? We can get Jaxed, which gives us a card. This is not good because it's 0 energy, which means that it's going to be 0, 1, 2, or 3 when we draw it, thanks to Smeko Eye. Become test subject, transform 2 cards. We would probably transform like 2 strikes into random other cards. Ingest mutagens, obtain a special relic. I think this gives us extra strength on turn 1, which is, not bad. But I think what we want is to transform 2 basic strikes into a True Grit and an Iron Wave. I mean, that's better than a basic block. That's better than a basic attack. So it's fine. We slightly improved our deck by getting rid of 2 basic strikes. And we could heal. I don't think we need to heal. I think I'm just going to smith and upgrade one of the True Grits, probably, so that we can choose which card gets exhausted. It's a good upgrade, I think. He's dealing 10. Birdman here is buffing himself. His buff is really annoying. His buff is that he deals more damage every turn until you kill him. You got to kill him quickly. So here, I think what we are going to do is probably play True Grit for 0. We're gonna get rid of a basic defend that is 2 energy. It's very expensive. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 energy in hand, so seeing red for 0 is definitely worth it. I think then we are going to 1, 2, 3, 4. If we draw something that we can play for 1 energy, this is worth it. We don't really need to upgrade, because if we upgrade uppercut, it's not dealing any more damage, and I want to do as much damage as possible to this guy. So I think we draw and see if we get something worth 0 or 1. We didn't, so we're just gonna play these. Hit him, hit him. We only need to do 20 damage to kill him next turn. That's pretty easy to do. Bludgeon. Perfect card to add to this deck, because it's either gonna be played for 3 or it's gonna be played for cheaper, thanks to Snecko Eye. So that's a definite addition. It's a ton of damage, and we're gonna be happy to see it if we get it. We can play it for 0. I mean, spot weakness for 0 is nice. Permanent strength. I think you gotta take this guy out, though. You know, 54 damage is overkill, but it kills him. Cool. And then you True Grit, get rid of a basic defend, which you don't really care about. Well, Enlightenment doesn't do anything. Well, block doesn't do anything. Seeing red, dual wield Iron Wave. We could do the Seeing red play again, and it's only not worth it if it's 2 or 3. It breaks even if it's 2 energy. So we'll take it. We have expensive cards. This guy debuffed us. Hex, whenever you play a non-attack card, shuffle 1 days into your draw pile. My draw pile is empty, so every time we play a non-attack card, that's gonna get filled with garbage cards. But we have some good stuff that we can play here this turn. We're fine. We're gonna bash. We're gonna Sever Soul for free. Strike. Strike. He's at 24 HP. That's pretty good. In fact, if we add in a Carnage, we know he's guaranteed dead, because Carnage will deal 30 damage thanks to the vulnerability. So he is dead. Although we're weak, but it doesn't matter. We're weak, so we deal less damage, but it doesn't matter. It still does 27. Good stuff. We could add in a Carnage. We could add in a Pommel Strike for draw. I don't think we want to add in anything else here. Like, 1 Seeing red, you know, fine, maybe you get value out of it. A Carnage, it's damage, but it's not status effects. And I like status effects. You know, deal 13 damage, apply weak, apply vulnerable. That means everything else does more damage. I kind of think we skip this. Carnage is pretty good, and it's 2 energy, which means it's probably going to be played for less. Okay, you know what? I talked myself into it. Max HP plus 41. Book of Stabbing. Aleph, hello. You did catch a stream. Book of Stabbing. This guy is annoying. He gets stronger and stronger until he dies, so I'm actually going to use the vulnerability potion immediately. Now we're gonna punch him, though. Are we gonna punch him? I think we're gonna punch him. We're gonna definitely gain strength, I think. And you know what? I think we should try to kill him as quickly as possible. So we're gonna uppercut him. We're gonna make him weak. We are going to armaments, defend. We're taking no damage. We're gonna strike. We're gonna strike. 16 damage strikes are pretty good. We gotta kill this guy quickly. Oh, impervious. Gain 30 block. And then it exhausts itself, but we could use that to, like, completely negate one of his attacks. So now he's doing 15. Seeing red for free. Yes, please. Uppercut. Yes, please. You know, stack up those vulnerability and weaknesses. True Grit. Gain 10 block, exhaust a card. Yes. Yes. What are we going to exhaust? I think we're going to exhaust the Clash, because it's 3 energy and it's very expensive. Aleph, thank you for the follow. True Grit, get rid of the Clash. We can play the Defend. Let's make sure we play the Carnage, and we can play the Defend. So we're taking no damage, again. This guy is half dead. He's dealing 4 times 3, that's a lot of damage, but we get a free enlightenment. Everything is now 1, and we have another enlightenment, so if we draw, we can actually play that for free too. But let's gain strength for free. The thing is, we don't need to draw. We have 40 damage plus 33 damage plus 30 block. So why don't we just block, hit him, we're taking no damage. This is a good fight against an elite enemy. Disarm. Strength, disarm. Enemy loses 2 strength permanently for the rest of combat, which is really nice against this guy who hits times 3, you know. Because it's not going from 12 damage to 10 damage. Him losing 2 strength means it goes from 4 by 3 to 2 by... means it goes from 4 times 3 to 2 by 3, so it would go from 12 damage to 6 damage. That's a good card to add to a deck, I think. So I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it because it's useful. It's very useful. Not well, no, wait, I'm not adding it to the deck permanently, just to this turn. Or just to this combat. I thought we were done with the fight. Totally not done with the fight. Self-forming clay. Whenever you lose HP, gain 3 block next turn. Not bad. Regen potion for healing. Emerald key for part of the secret or the 4th boss unlock. And we get a card. We already have 2 True Grits. Adding a 3rd one is a bit risky. We don't need a clash. That's a skip. Frozen Egg. Whenever you add a power, it is upgraded. Or Sapphire Key. Obtaining this will remove Frozen Egg. We can only take 1, and Frozen Egg is good, but we have no powers. We've literally taken no powers, so the question is, are we going to take more powers in the future? Probably, because powers are expensive, but we can always upgrade them ourselves, and unupgraded powers are still going to be good because they're going to be cheap because of Snekawai. So I'm going to take the key. Gotta do it at some point. Alright, Elite Fight, 3 enemies, Slaver, Taskmaster, Slaver, 7, 7, and 13 damage. That's a lot of damage, but we got a lot of 0 energy cards. So, uppercut the Slaver in the back. This guy is really annoying. He's got a nasty attack that he can do later. We want to probably play Carnage. In fact, Carnage Iron Wave kills him. And then we can actually get to Clash. Except we have to True Grit, and then play the Defend, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with doing that to get an extra bit of damage out. Add a bludgeon. We're weak. We have a wound added to our discard pile. Uppercut is only 9 damage. Immolate is 15. That's not very good. And Sever Soul is 12 damage. I'm trying to think how we can do this. Like if we spot weakness, Immolate Sever Soul, we're gonna do probably about like 18 damage here because we're weak, but we're gaining 4 strength, but 1 point of damage is lost to the weakness. So this would do 18 damage on this turn. This would do 15. 18 and 15 is, I think it's 33 damage. So I don't think we can kill him. We would be 1 point away, I'm pretty sure. We could just block most of the incoming damage and then try again next turn, which I think we're gonna do. I will take a Flame Barrier, gain 12 block for 2. It's probably not gonna be 2, it's probably gonna be cheaper. 50-50 chance it's cheaper. Yeah, that's cheaper. And we have Enlightenment, so we can play Enlightenment. We can Shrug for block. We can Armaments to upgrade. We can play Seeing Red, which means we can play Bash, so we can play Flame Barrier. The good thing about Flame Barrier is that enemies that hit you take damage from the barrier, so we can play this effectively dealing 6 damage to both of these enemies, and then we just bash and strike, and this guy is getting close to death. The first run of Slay the Spire is definitely going to be longer than the rest, just because we want to go slow, you know? I think we're going to take 7. I have no blocks. So can I kill the guy on the right and the guy on the left at the same time? Nope. Can't. We could draw, but if we draw and we get nothing that costs 0 that can kill this guy, we're taking more damage than if we just kill the guy. So we're just gonna kill the guy. And I guess we can spot weakness. It's the only card we had. Skip. This guy's dead next turn, I think. Taking a little bit of damage, you know, it's gonna happen. Actually, he's not dead. But he's not dead, and we also... No, wait, he's totally dead, because this is 31 damage even without vulnerability. Runic Dodecahedron. If your HP is full, gain extra energy at the start of your turn. Well, we have 55 of 72, so it's going to be a while. Attack Potion, gain a random attack card. Add in a card, don't like these. If something costs 0 or 1, we're probably not going to add it to the deck because of Snecko Eye. Lose all of our gold to these bandits or fight them? We're going to fight them. We don't say no to a little bit of combat around here. Although this is not the greatest of starting hands. So we're going to shrug. Wow. Let's add in an attack potion. And it costs 0 for this round. I think we want to add in Carnage, because Uppercut deals like 13 damage. And if we Uppercut Cleave, we're not killing anyone. But if we Uppercut and then Carnage, we can get a kill on someone. So we're going to take Carnage. It's going to be free. And then we're going to Uppercut maybe... I don't mind taking 1 damage. We have 9 block. We can let Pointy live. But Romeo and Bear, one of them has to go. Who can we kill? This will deal 30 damage. We can kill the guy who has the most HP. Bear, no Bear! Skip. Goodbye, other Carnage. We took 1. We took 1 and we gained 3 block. Technically, we gained. If block is effectively HP, we technically gained HP right there. Okay. Immolate deals 21 damage to all enemies. Not enough to kill him. Uppercut, not enough to kill him. Strike. Well, strike for 0 only does 6 damage. It's not enough to kill anyone. I think... I mean, if I play Enlightenment, I can only play 1 other card. We definitely want to True Grit. It's free. In fact, can we avoid all damage? They're only dealing 20. This is 6. This would be 10. Plus 3, we'd only take 1 point of damage. I think that's what we do here, because we're not killing these guys. So let's upgrade all cards. True Grit. Get rid of... probably Spot Weakness. We don't need Strength. Get rid of Enlightenment. And then we can just hit 1 guy. Add in another Immolate, please. 1 Immolate will kill this guy. Oh, but we're weak! No! Do we play Enlightenment? I think we do, because then we can play Block, Immolate. We can Clash. No, block, Immolate. That's 3 energy. We couldn't play Clash unless we Sever Soul first. So if we block, we know we're going to block because it's 0, and we have nothing that upgrades or draws. So block. If we can kill Romeo, we're only taking 1 point of damage. Can we kill Romeo? But we're weak. Ugh. We can kill Romeo if we bash Sever Soul Clash. So 12, 10, 8, 12, 10, 6, that's 28 damage. Will we be able to kill him? I mean, we could just go for it. We could just try. But I worry. I worry about not killing him. Well, you know what? Immolate does more damage. So what we can do is Enlightenment, Bash, Immolate, Sever Soul, which is technically better. It is technically better. Bash, Immolate, Sever Soul. Oh yeah, we got him. And now we're only taking 1 point of damage. He's dead next turn. That's a pretty good elite fight. We only took 2 damage, 3 damage, something like that. That's fine. It's fine. For our troubles, we get the red mask. Start of each combat, apply 1 week to all enemies. That's nice. 0, 0, 1. We don't care about cheap cards. A twig breaker. You can count on me. You can always count on me. Snake plant. Malleable. Upon receiving attack damage, gains 3 block. So, and the amount of block he gets goes up. So we have to either hit him hard or not hit him very much on 1 turn. You'll see what happens. This guy is really annoying. The more you hit him on 1 turn, the more block he gets on that turn. But it resets every turn. Look. Either way you want to say it, we gotta hit him. So we're gonna uppercut, and then we're gonna armaments, and then we're gonna true grit, and I think that's gonna be our turn here. We should take no damage. So uppercut, he'll stay vulnerable for 1 turn. We'll armaments to upgrade everything, we'll true grit, and we'll get rid of a clash. Clash I don't like anymore because it's hard to enable it. It has to either be free, or we have to, no thank you. It has to either be free or we have to not have any other skills to play it. And it still costs energy now, so not the best. He's gonna debuff us. Enlightenment is too expensive. Uppercut would add more vulnerability and weakness, but honestly, I think that if we're gonna do that, we might as well do a bash and then a strike. We probably do more damage that way. Instead of 19, we would do 12 and then 9. But you know what? We would have to punch through the malleable, so we would lose 3 damage, so it's technically 12 and 6, which means that's 19 versus 19. This is probably better because we make him weaker for longer. So, technically, I think that was the best move. And I'll definitely take an Impervious. We can just play it to block all damage for 1 turn. It's pretty nice. We'll shrug it off. It's free, so we might as well. Oh, Immolate is so good. Impervious is free, we take no damage. Immolate's free. 21 HP. I think we just want to Sever Soul and deal another 18. He's dead next turn. This guy can be a pain in the butt to fight because he does a lot of damage, but we're keeping him weak. So he's not dealing that much. We're very weak too. We're not doing a lot of damage ourselves, but we're doing enough. Flame Barrier. Expensive cards are usually good in a Snecko Eye deck. Gain block, and whenever we're attacked, we deal damage to the enemy. That's nice. So if we have a choice. Obtain gold or obtain Ritual Dagger, lose 6 HP. Ritual Dagger, if you kill an enemy, the card gets better. It's not a bad card, but I think I'd rather have the gold, because how often are we going to be able to kill an enemy with Snecko's Eye with Ritual Dagger on a turn? I think we want the gold. Now, 7, 4. Thanks to Red Mask, they're, not dealing as much damage. We can easily get enough block. Well, actually we can't. We're gonna take at least 1 point of damage either way. But do we care? Like, could we just, knock one of these guys out and then block? Yeah, bash for free. Carnage kills you. It makes us vulnerable, but we can just block it. So we're gonna block and get rid of Sever Soul. That is a funky looking rat. Corruption. Skills cost 0 whenever you play a skill exhausted. That's a good card. It's a power, our first power. And it's only temporary, but it is a good card if we can make it work. Enlightenment for 0. Spot weakness. I mean, the Enlightenment didn't really do anything, did it? Still probably worth it. Seeing red, technically good, I think. I think we can get to Clash. Seeing red, Enlightenment, defend, Clash. We take 3 damage. Our vulnerability is worn off. Evil avocado. He is an evil, wormy avocado. Skills cost 0 whenever you play a skill exhausted. I think that's what we want. We want corruption. Now armaments cost 0, defend costs 0, flame barrier costs 0. We'll use flame barrier. Because why don't we save it in the deck? And we'll play it on a turn in which he's doing a lot of damage to us. We'll get free 17 block, because it'll cost 0. Yeah, sure. Doesn't matter which strike I use. Skills cost 0, so Rage actually works. Corruption plus Neko Eye is a great combination if you can make it work, because instead of skills costing a random number, they cost 0. Now they do go away after you play it, but that's fine. Enlightenment goes away, but it means we can play a strike and a clash. And in order to play the clash, we have to play everything, so we'll play everything. He's dead. I killed him accidentally. Thunderclap, Dropkick, Sword Boomerang. Dropkick is interesting because if the enemy is vulnerable, you gain energy and draw 1 card. It basically refunds itself, but if it costs 2 or 3, you don't get a perfect refund. You actually do lose out on energy, so I don't really like it for Sneko Eye. And we're next to the boss fight. I think we probably do want to smith once. I like the idea about smithing True Grit still, because if we get to add in cards, we can always have a target for True Grit. We can always add in a card that we can later target to remove, you know? And we can just add in good cards, so I think that's a good idea. Uppercut. Iron Wave for free. Bash for damage. Spot weakness doesn't do anything. Limit Break. We have nothing that gains strength is the thing, so this is not great. Havoc is interesting. Play the top card of your draw pile and exhaust it. You can play an expensive card, or you can play a cheap card. But I think we don't want any of this. So this guy, the Collector, he summons Torchhead enemies every turn. Well, not every turn, but every so often. He's really annoying. We could pop the regen potion. We could just try to make it through the fight. Clash is 0. I would love to be able to play Clash. But defend, shrug it off, True Grit, too expensive. How do we do this? I think we want to block, attack, or maybe block, and draw, and then see what we get. We're not doing any damage, but give me this attack potion. What do we got? Okay, you know what? This changes my look on life, because now we can Carnage, and kill one of them. Yeah, I think that's fine. And now, instead of, True Gritting and then playing literally nothing, why don't we shrug and see if we get a 0? We didn't. I think that's okay, though. Spot weakness. This fight can go on for a long time. We need to get strong. And if we can get strong with spot weaknesses for free, excellent. Immolate's dangerous because adding too many burns to our discard pile can stack up and we can take a lot of damage, but I think we still want to do it for damage. You know, it damages the boss and his minion. And then I think you just pick one. I think we want to strike. One more attack will kill that guy. In fact, a cleave would do it. In fact, a cleave plus strength up is nice because it deals that extra damage to all enemies. Like, I'll play a cleave here to kill one enemy and partially wound the boss. You know, not a problem with me. And we can true grit the burns to get rid of him forever. How cool is that? Fiendfire. Exhaust all cards in your hand. Deal 7 damage for each exhausted card. I don't think we want this. We don't really want to exhaust all cards in our hand. We like the cards in our hand, but if we can get to play this for cheap, it's a lot of damage. You know what? Fine, do it. A shame there isn't a Gale Force card. I don't know what a Gale Force card is. Then again, I don't play a lot of card games, so I have no idea. Spot weakness, bash, iron wave, gain 4 block. We are weak, we are vulnerable, we are frail, we gain less block, we take more damage, we deal less damage. This is not a great turn. This might be just like a defend and then a spot weakness for strength for future turns. In fact, we might also want to pop the regen potion and then get strong. It's the same block, so we'll attack him. We're taking a lot of damage, but we kind of got a little bit screwed on that turn. I think you want Seeing Red for 1. Shrug for free, it just has a chance of drawing a 0-cost card. It did. I think you want to Uppercut. We also have 4 energy somehow? What? Oh, we played Seeing Red. Duh. So you I think you probably just want to Uppercut again. It's not a lot of damage. I mean, this is 60 damage. This is 22 damage, but he stays weak for a long time. Actually, that's 30 plus an additional 45 damage. Okay, you know what? We're gonna hit him. We can always add in cards to kind of make up for our loss. He's taking a turn off. He's gonna summon more enemies probably. Enlightenment makes things cheap. We can play Carnage, we can play Strike. We can't get to Clash because it's too expensive, so just upgrade these two. Sure, add in an Immolate, you know? We're adding burns, but at the same time we can remove them with grits, and we got to deal with these guys, these frickin' torch heads. Ah. Spot weakness for free. Shrug for free. Uppercut for free. Uppercut and Immolate is a kill on one of these guys. So I think you... I mean, you could also Uppercut, Immolate, and then do a lot of damage to the boss at the same time. That seems like a better idea, because now he's got 28 HP, and we can probably kill him. And we're taking no damage. And we can put in a Heavy Blade, which means that Strength would give it not 11 damage up, but 33 damage up. So yeah, I think that's the play. I mean, you're dead. I have extra cards I can play. You are so dead. Your minions are dead, and now you are dead. Yo, strength up Snecko-Eye run. It's working. Barricade. Block is not removed at the start of your turn. Very good because it's expensive. So because of Snecko-Eye, it's going to be cheap. Reaper. We can heal if we play Reaper. Deal 4 damage to all enemies. Heal HP equal to unblocked damage dealt. But with strength up, we can make this heal 20, 30, 40, 50 damage. But Barricade means that we can play blocks if we get them and stack up block on one turn for a future turn. I think we like Barricade here because it's the most expensive card. Gain energy, you can no longer smith. Gain energy, you can no longer rest. So we do want more energy. The question is, do we want to no longer rest or to no longer smith and upgrade cards? That's a tricky choice. Tiny house, I don't want because we want energy. We have the ability to heal. I'm thinking we want coffee dripper. We can no longer rest, but we can still upgrade. And upgrading cards would be nice because we can make... What are we planning on upgrading? Like, the cards, they work because they're so good. You know what? Give me Fusion Hammer. No, give me Coffee Dripper. Donu and Deka. That's an annoying pair of bosses to fight. It's 1 elite, 2 elite, 3 elite. We can hit 3 elites and hit a late shop, which I think is what we want to do. This is gonna be tricky. We can no longer rest, so we have to try our best to not take any damage ever again. Lovely. Flame barrier for free. This guy is attacking me. These guys are annoying, spikers. They have thorns. If we hit them, we take damage, and they're buffing their thorns every single turn. I think we gotta hit them first. So let's hit him. Hit him for 30. Hit him for another. We can't quite kill him, but we can get real close. In fact, if we defend and then strike, we can get him down to 4 HP. That's pretty good. Yeah, give me a double tap. The next turn, or this turn, your next attack is played twice. We can make it work. Well, maybe. Also, hilariously, Barricade is way too expensive. I know, hilarious, isn't it? Deal 5 damage, gain 6 block. And then the rest of our hand is purely defense. But you know what? We have 5 energy. We could play Barricade, Iron Wave, Armaments. In fact, Armaments makes Barricade cheaper, doesn't it? Or you know what? We could Enlighten and then play 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. 4. Because Iron Wave is free. Yeah, actually, with 5 energy, I think you play Enlightenment first. Everything else is cheaper. So we Armaments. It made it expensive again! What? Oh, come on! Boo! Boo game, boo. I think you still play it. No, but we're gonna take damage. No, but we're gonna kill this guy. Okay, kill him. Play the Barricade. That is rough. That is rough. I was wondering if it would make it cost 0 is why I played the Armaments first, but no, it doesn't subtract 1 from the cost of the card. Well, because, okay, here's what I'm talking about. Barricade, when you upgrade it, it costs 2 instead of 3. Instead of reducing the price of the card by 1, it set it to 2, so it actually ended up costing more, which is silly. Which is a little bit silly if you ask me. But what we can do is True Grit will get rid of a basic strike. We'll uppercut. We gotta kill the spiker as quickly as possible. He's gonna get out of control. He'll deal frickin' 60 damage thorns if we let him. We gotta kill him. The good thing about this though is that we can just, build up our block, turn and turn and turn over. So, we'll shrug. Because of Barricade. Barricade means that our block never expires, so I'm gonna hit him. I'm not gonna double tap. And we're just gonna wait. He's dealing 5, but we have 4 block next turn, and we're just gonna keep blocking and then hitting this guy to kill him as quickly as possible. Now, the dazes from this guy is a pain in the ass, but not much we can do about that right now. Just gain 13 block. Hit him. In fact, now that I'm... At the end of your turn, gain 3 block. That's really good with Barricade. I'm thinking maybe we should have actually gone on the repulsor first, but now I've got sunk cost fallacy. I'm thinking, well, we're already this deep, we just need to keep going. Armaments would upgrade uppercut, which is why I'm doing it. And then you defend. If you enlighten, you can play 2 other cards. So we'll play a True Grit on spot weakness because we don't need it. We're outpacing these guys. I don't know why I took Heavy Blade. I don't have strength up. We're outpacing this guy. We're gaining 15 block a turn. He's gaining 3 thorns damage. And I just gotta hit him one more time and he's dead. So let's hit him. We'll defend. We'll metallicize. 3 block every turn that's permanent. Seems good to me. Dump a daze. Hit this guy. He's dead. And we're not taking damage. Not taking damage is important because we have Runic Dodecahedron, which means we have 5 energy every turn, which is freaking lovely. Pummel. Really good if you have strength, because instead of 2 times 4, it becomes 2 plus X times 4. So, really nice. We don't need any of these cards, though. I'm just gonna head this way. Lose Clash, Barricade, or Spot Weakness. Dude, take my Clash. I haven't been able to play it because it's always expensive. And I have skills in my hand. Because the thing is, Snecko also makes you draw more cards, so it's harder to get Clash to even work in the first place. We want to probably bash, uppercut, carnage. 1, 2, 3. I mean, we have enough energy, we can play the shrug, see what we get. And it's not 0. But would we rather play this versus bash? No. Actually, maybe we would. Literally it deals more damage. So, we'll bash, we'll carnage, uppercut to kill 1. These guys, by the way, super annoying. You have to kill all 3 within 1 turn of each other, otherwise they'll come back to life. So, even though, and actually a card like Whirlwind is really nice here because it's an X card. It's always costing the same. So we killed, 1 dude. He's not doing any damage to us, but these guys are still attacking. How do we deal with them? Armament's Flame Barrier is a lot of block. It's 6 plus... Well, we can look. Flame Barrier goes to 16 block, which is actually 17, which means that we'll have 23 block, which is not enough to protect us fully, but it's real close. Or we could hit for 21. But hitting for 21, a lot of that damage is going to be blocked by their armor. I think we just go for the upgrade and then go for the block. They're going to take a little damage for hitting me. Dual wield is nice, because if we dual wield something for 0, it'll cost 0. We're taking a little damage, but we still can heal for full at the end of the fight. So seeing red, oh dude. This deals 30 damage to all enemies, which is not enough to kill the middle guy, unfortunately. But we can enlighten for free. And then we can dual wield a 1-cost card. This is now doing 25 damage. It's not killing you and it's not killing you, but if we do this, it's still not killing them both. I'm getting myself into a hole here. Okay, if I play it for 15 plus 16 is 31. Okay, I'm glad I ran the numbers, at least. I thought it was going to be better than it was. It ended up not being that good. So we're not going to get back up to full health at the end of the fight, which is not good, but it's, it's something. We're making progress, kind of, maybe, sort of. Enlighten. Barricade. Shrug. We can't kill you. Or can we? I don't think we should try, but I will hit you anyways. We'll defend, we'll whirlwind, get rid of Sever Soul. We're taking no damage. We're starting to stack up block again. Once we get Barricade out, it becomes a lot easier to avoid taking damage, because we can just stack up block on one turn. I'll spot weakness for one. We don't need armaments, things are already upgraded, it's expensive. Instead, we're gonna bash you. I'll Iron Wave you. I'm just trying to get everyone down to a low amount of HP so I can kill them easily on the next turn. Which I think we're gonna be able to do. Yeah. I mean, this is a kill if we draw it, but we have enough stuff. So 16, 6, and 16 HP. You're all dead. Not a great fight. I wish we were back up at full health, but we're getting there. We'll get there. We will get there. We're on scales. Start each combat with 3 thorns. Enemies that hurt us take damage. It's okay. Where am I going? Up here, and around. Gotcha. Do we want to add cards for HP? I'll add 1. The Bomb. At the end of 3 turns, deal 30 damage to all enemies. Jack of all trades, add 1 random colors card into your hand. Dramatic entrance, deal damage, innate, exhaust. Innate means you start combat with it in your hand. I like the Bomb because it's expensive, and it's kind of like a delayed immolate. It's an elite fight, so it's going to be tough. Although, with a starting hand like this, it's pretty good. Dagger, Dagger, Reptomancer. I think we want Barricade. I think we want True Grit. Enlightenment is too expensive. We're going to play the rest of the cards, though, because they're all attacks. So we are going to hit the dagger, hit the dagger. We can't kill one of the daggers! I am so disappointed. Off by 1. Dude, give me a Metallicize. With Barricade, Metallicize is kind of nice. So the dagger hit us and then died instantly. The Bomb is free. Flame Barrier doesn't get us enough block, but Defend also doesn't get us enough block. We can take 9 damage out, just... Oh, we can't kill him either! Give me the draw. Someone cosplaying as a snake. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yes! Free card! I've never been happier. 26. We're dealing 35 damage. If we play a defend, we're taking no damage. We don't need a second barricade. A shockwave is nice. Apply weak and vulnerable to all enemies for 2 energy. That's Sneko's girlfriend. 30 and 25 damage, are you kidding me? You're supposed to be taking turns off. I should have played armament. No, we don't want to play armaments. Yo, we're gonna get hit for a lot of damage here because I can't kill either of these enemies. We might just die right here, which would be very sad. I mean, I can't kill you, so we're gonna get as much block as possible. Get rid of the strike. The draw has been horrendous. Absolutely horrible. We can't heal, we have the coffee dripper. It's so bad. Metallicize for free. I mean, that's 37 damage, but I kind of feel like it's in our best interest to just kind of go slow. I don't need the bash. I'd rather keep immolate. Deal 18 damage for 2 energy. We don't need it. We're stacking up block now, but good lord. 9 times 2 and 9. When did the bomb? What? The bomb must have gone off a long time ago, and I'm just not paying attention to it. If we play Enlightenment, we can play Uppercut Bomb, or we could just play Uppercut Bomb. Getting these wounds. The daggers keep adding wounds to the deck. We can't get rid of them because we don't have Sever Soul out. These freaking daggers, man! Taking no damage, but I don't like doing that. Give me a flame barrier. Stop adding the wounds, please. What is with Rhabdomancer? Attack after attack after attack. Yeah, now we get Sever Soul, of course. We have to kill this guy, but we can't. We don't have enough damage. An uppercut strike will do it, and then we have 1 energy for a block, and we're taking no damage. We have to do it like that. We're playing very slowly here. But I guess we have to. I guess we have to play super slowly and try to just kill her as quickly as possible, because this Rhabdomancer is kind of being a little bit of a pain, if you ask me. So, Corruption. Uppercut. Iron Wave. True Grit the Wound. Might as well play the Defend for block. Keep Enlightenment in the deck. Enlightenment's kind of nice because it plays for 0 thanks to Corruption. What is with these hands? Well, I mean, defend, flame barrier. We're taking no damage. We have 81 frickin' block. Hit you, you're dead. Okay. My god. Max HP by 7. I'm trying to get to max HP. Raising it doesn't really help the situation. Shrug. What's our blocks look like? We could use some more blocks. It's not a great block, but I'll add it. Kind of have a bit of a thick deck at 24. Flame Barrier. Thank you. Seeing Red. Thank you. Do we want this? Sure, I mean, we can play it, so we might as well. We have the energy, we'll play a Shrug to see what we get. Enlightenment is not what we want. So can we kill 1 enemy? I think we can. We should kill one of the ones that are buffing if at all possible. He's down to 2 HP. That is fine. Taking no damage. Sever Soul. We can't kill... We could just kill one of them. He's gonna add block. Let's just knock him out. There we go. See, that was a good first turn. Killed 1 enemy. The other 2 are weak. We're taking a little bit of damage, but not too much. Suppose we just want to kill you? We should armaments first, because it's free. And I'm curious if this would kill you. No. So we kill you. We'll just get rid of a block. Shrug, spot weakness. We're taking no damage on this encounter, which is nice. Let me just hit him. I definitely need a body slam. That's true. Body slam plus the barricade is nice, because we can stack up like 80 block and then body slam for 80 damage, because it does damage equal to your block. But we don't have a body slam, even though I should probably get one. I don't think we need those. I will fight for a relic. This might end up killing me, but if we get a good relic out of this, it's totally worth it. 11 and 7. That's too much damage on turn 1. We could draw. We could uppercut and then strike and then block. We could just draw. Yeah, I like this. Seeing Red. Now we have 5 energy. So if I play this, I can play 3 cards. Uppercut, Bomb, Immolate, Shrug, maybe Carnage. Let's play a Shrug first. True Grit is fantastic. We're gonna get rid of... we're gonna get rid of one of the basic defends. So now we're not taking any damage. That's a good use of a potion. We're gonna smack him. No. We want to play Enlightenment. If we're going to play something that is more expensive than Enlightenment, +1, we might as well play Enlightenment. Because we can get an extra card out of this. So, we play the Bomb. No, we probably just want to play Carnage. Uppercut. Immolate, Carnage, deals 30 damage. That deals 9. He's dead next turn. We can kill him. Yeah, I think that's better. Because, like, the bomb would deal 30 damage in 3 turns, or we could just hit him for 4, and he's dead. Which is probably better. Spot weakness for free. Barricade, Shrug. Barricade, Armament, Shrug means we're still taking damage. But then we can Sever Soul, and then we're taking no damage. Yeah, I like it. We exhaust some cards, but we kill one enemy, we're taking no damage, add in a Flame Barrier. These guys, by the way, very annoying. They get stronger every turn. He's at 6 strength up. That's a lot of strength. But also, we have a good turn here, because we have a Flame Barrier, and a Flame Barrier, and an Uppercut, and an Iron Wave. And even though we've got burns in our deck, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because we still have a lot of block left over, he's taking a lot of damage. He hit us and then took like 10 damage from the... He took 8 damage, I guess, from the Flame Barriers. Were they upgraded? I don't know. Doesn't matter, he's dead. Taking no damage, healing, Stone Calendar. At the end of 7 turns, deal 40 damage to all enemies. It's not very good, actually. I don't think it's that good anyways. And dude, we're almost back up to full health. Now at this point, should we fight the elite or should we just bypass the elite and try to get up here to the boss fight? I think we should fight the elite. Could be dangerous, but you know what? I want more relics. The relics can be really beneficial. And we can always hit up this store and then veer off, or we can hit up this store and veer off early. You know, choice is ours. He's dealing 12 damage. 12 damage is not that much. Can we block 12? Yes. Uppercut, True Grit, True Grit. No, we can't play Uppercut. It's going to be True Grit, True Grit. Oh no, but we can play Iron Wave for free, so we can definitely do True Grit, Iron Wave, Uppercut, Immolate. Adds a burn, but it does 31 damage. And then we get rid of probably like just the other uppercut, honestly. We've got extras. Bludgeon, add it. So this guy, the Nemesis, super annoying. Every other turn, he's invincible. But he's not attacking on this turn, so we can barricade. We should have definitely popped Enlightenment. That was dumb. We'll Flame Barrier, we'll bomb. Might as well Seeing Red, Strike, Carnage. See, we're only doing 1 damage per attack. I guess he's not invincible. He takes 1 damage from everything. But now he's not, and we can hit him again. So we'll Spot Weakness. Yeah. And then we'll probably Shrug, Strike, Sever Soul, Defend. Yeah. We're still exhausting cards, but, you know, it's gonna happen. He's crying green bubbles. He does cry green bubbles. He's gonna hit us for 45 damage. That is too much damage. I guess we'll make him vulnerable, and we'll hit him for 1, and we'll hit him for 1. We're gonna take a lot of damage here, and this is not, you know, how I wanted this fight to go. You know, we need to get back up to full health at some point. Ideally. Anytime, game. Make him weak. Flame Barrier. We're not getting good numbers on the cards. We're not getting good energy. Spot Weakness is good. Enlightenment is free. We can play everything else. We can True Grit the burn, and honestly, I think you True Grit the Sever Soul to get more block, because we need more block. Yeah, 1 energy bludgeon on the turn when he's intangible. Lovely. Armaments is free. Like, I keep getting no attacks when he's vulnerable, and then I get attacks when I can only deal 1 damage to him. Alright. I mean, yes. We want spot weakness. We want to hit him. We want to metallicize. We're taking 1 damage. I never thought this was possible. No, Stone Calendar! At the end of turn 7 is on my turn. We've done it. Body Slam is good. Problem is the bosses we're fighting, they attack every turn. We're not gonna be able to build up block. We can still build up like 40 block and then hit them, but only if we can play this, only if it's cheap enough. I'll add it just to see what it does for us, but I don't think that's a good one. Don the Mask, gain gold. We got a veer. I want to hit up the question marks. We have 800 gold. Whatever card is exhausted, draw 1 card. We don't exhaust cards. We don't need Enlightenment. Transmutation could be good because we could play it for 5 and get 5 zero-cost cards. I think we want to remove a card. We want to remove Strike. 3 strength when you're weak. We want. Ornamental Fan, we want. Chemical X could be good. These are relics, these are potions. Chemical X could be good with transmutation. I think we want fear and strength too. We want this, we want this. Havoc is a free card, but it's not that good. Draw a card, no, it's not that good. Noise Codex could make it better. Dude, do we just take... Oh, we actually can't take Transmutation and Chemical X. And the thing about Transmutation is that if it adds in bad cards, we're not going to want them. But it could also add in really good cards. Strength Potion, sure. Oh! Okay, this is interesting. This is interesting. We have a choice. Fight a boss from Act 1 to obtain a rare relic. Upgrade all cards you can no longer heal. Heal to full, get cursed. Well, the boss is right there. And we have to get the key here. So we can't rest or upgrade or remove cards or anything like that. If we can't rest, we should heal now. That's what I think. If we can't rest, we should heal now. Man, I should have really added a Reaper, but how was I supposed to know we would get Coffee Dripper? Well, I guess I could have chosen something else. Yeah, I think we heal. We take a curse, but we can exhaust it very easily. And then we have more energy for the boss fight. We have a better chance of living, I think. Sure, let's go. We didn't get the curse because of Omamori. Finally, that first floor relic paid off. This guy sucks. Basically, if you hit him, he deals less damage and you can't kill him. Well, I mean, he has 999 HP. You can kill him. He's very hard to kill him. Uppercut. True Grit. Iron Wave, probably. Yeah. We'll just get rid of a basic. Get rid of a basic strike. We're taking no damage. Add in a... nothing. This is fine. Now he's dealing 30 damage. We could spot weakness. We can enlighten and play 2 cards. Seeing red is too expensive. We could armaments to upgrade stuff. Yeah, every time we hit him, he does less damage. So we have to hit him to avoid taking damage, and he'll die after like 4 more turns. So we could get strength up and then hit him again. That seems like a pretty good idea. Yeah, 1 energy for permanent 4 strength for the fight. Then we bash him. Then we armaments. Then we... I guess we could tech... Oh, because armaments set the cost to 0. Ah. We don't need to play it though. Immolate. Sever Soul. Probably didn't need to immolate, but you know, this works too. So I think we got him. I think we got him. Haven't been able to play Barricade yet. There it is. We might as well play Barricade. Flame Barrier's free. Shrug It Off is cheap. The Bomb is unnecessary. You know what? Let's gamble. Apotheosis upgrades all cards for the rest of combat. Dark Shackles, enemy loses 15 strength. Master of Strategy, draw 4 cards. Nothing was free. We're gonna take 4 damage, and we can no longer heal, which means that we've lost our extra energy thanks to Runic Dodecahedron. We could discard our entire hand and then draw a new hand, looking for something that is 0 energy, it's gonna be a random card. I'm gonna do it. I want that extra energy per turn, you know? So now we can Armaments, we can Flame Barrier, we can Shrug, we can Iron Wave, we can Shrug again, and now thanks to Barricade, we're not taking any damage, I don't think. We got too much block. He's dealing 60 damage. That's a lot of damage, but I think we can handle him. Yeah, because we got a Body Slam, so we can easily handle him. We're gonna do that, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do this. No, don't exhaust that, that's the card I wanna play. Yeah, we got him. So now, yeah, that Body Slam is now doing 100 damage, but you know, it costs us a potion to really make that happen. And he's gonna be dead, we might as well just kind of play our hand. Flame Barrier, Shrug, True Grit, get rid of the Bomb, Immolate for free. Skip. Smoke Bomb. Escape from a non-boss combat. Literally worthless. And we have to get the key, because if we're gonna fight the 4th floor boss, the secret boss, we need it. So, taking it. So Ancient Tea Set means that we have 7 energy on turn 1. I think what we want to do is Armaments, Shrug for free. We're gonna uppercut the donut on the right. We're going to then add 5 random upgraded colorless cards to my hand. Gain 41 block, you cannot gain block for 2 turns. That seems horrible. Put a skill from your draw pile into your hand. Do we have anything that costs 0? Actually, yeah, Enlightenment. But we have no energy, we can't play anything, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Mind Blast just deals 27 damage, it's pretty good. Put any number of cards from your hand at the bottom of your draw pile that cost 0 until played. Hopefully they actually cost 0. So I think we're gonna Mind Blast. We're gonna draw 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's only a draw 3. But here's what I'm thinking. We do this, we can't play anything, and then we forethought. Also, we should... I guess we're probably just gonna keep the Strength Potion. That's actually gonna be helpful for the 4th boss if we make it. I think we're just gonna forethought. Put any number of cards on the edge of a skill. Put a skill. You know, we actually have something we can do here. Might not be a truly great turn, but we can do something. We're gonna forethought. We're gonna put this at the bottom. 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 We're taking... Are we taking 2 damage? Yeah, we're taking 2 damage. Ideally, we would like to not take 2 damage. But we can make that happen, actually. We secret technique. We draw something that we just added that costs 0 now, like True Grit. We can play it to get rid of Panic Button, which is probably just not very good. Hit him for 42. We could have just done that to get the block anyways, that's fine. Extra Metallicize could be nice. But now I'm hoping that when we draw those cards, they will still cost 0, you know? I'm hoping that these cards at the bottom of my draw pile are not going to be randomized. I don't know what's going to happen, actually, but I certainly hope that. Are we going to barricade? I mean, it would cost 2 energy to barricade, or we could just hit him hard. I think we probably just hit him hard. But we can still hit him really hard, because we have a lot of energy. So yeah, okay, we'll do it like this. Then we'll bash for free. Immolate. Carnage. We'll give ourselves a little block. True Grit's very efficient at block, I think. Give me a dual wield. If it's cheap, we can dual wield a cheap card, so I like it. He's dealing 26 damage, okay. Everything costs 2 or 3. This is horrendous. This is terrible. We can get a lot of block. Not enough. We could shrug to draw and hope we get something good for like 1 or 0 energy. Nope. So we're gonna take damage. Quite a bit of damage too. That's a weird sound effect. They do still cost 0. It's wonderful. Except for dual wield, it costs way too much, but that's okay. In fact, everything in our hand is free. So, I guess we'll enlighten, bomb, dual wield, metallicize, 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 defend. Might as well, it's gonna get exhausted anyways. We're still taking damage, but we're only taking 17. Why are my hands sucking so bad? Enlightenment. Into armaments. Into a bludgeon. Carnage. He's still alive! And we're still taking a lot of damage. The 6 extra block per turn is really nice, because it's permanent, and if we can kill this guy on this turn, we're in a good spot. Okay. The bomb is free. At the end of this turn, deal 30 damage to all enemies. I think that means, because, you know, Stone Calendar at the end of turn 7. It happened at the end of my turn. I think this means that I don't need to kill this guy. He's just gonna die. However, I don't know if they're gonna get block out of it, you know? I don't know how that works. So I guess we're just going to hope that he dies, and we're just gonna gain block. Yes, it worked. 19 times 2. That's a lot of damage. We gotta start hitting this guy with uppercut. It's only gonna make him vulnerable, not weak, unless I bash and then uppercut. But if I do that, I can't play any blocks. If I just play Shrug and True Grit, we're not taking any damage. And then we can Forethought in order to put these at the bottom of our deck. So let's Shrug, in case there's something that we want to play or put at the bottom. No, just a True Grit, so we'll play one of them. Taking no damage, Forethought, put these at the bottom. Yo, Forethought is actually a pretty good card, because it bypasses Snekawai. That's real good. Uppercut? Yeah, we can still, like, defend. What a skill. I don't want a skill. I want to get rid of his artifact so I can actually apply status effects. Then we'll do this. Hit him for 40. I think we're gonna make it. 19 times 2. We're not taking much damage, and in fact, we can make him weak. 14 times 2. We're taking, if we block 1, we're not taking any damage. So let's play the True Grit for free. I'll target the Daze. We'll Immolate. We will, you know, he's dead. There we go. A little bit riskier than it should have been, I think, but we made it work. And then we defeated the heart, we slashed at him, and now we get the 4th boss, which is where we are going to try to achieve victory on all of our runs. back up to full health. We can upgrade a card. What do we want to upgrade? This boss is hard. I think we want to upgrade Transmutation. Deal 40 damage to all enemies. It's not that good. Like, the upgrades that we have right now are like status effects on Uppercut or better cards. I feel like getting better cards is the way to go. Transmutation I like because we can play it if we have nothing else to do. Also, we have no money. I may have gone a little hard on buying things previously, but you know, we can get strength or dex or block. I think we want the dex. We have 1 dex and 1 strength. And we have an elite fight, which is tough, but I wonder, can we smoke bomb the fight and get out of the fight? We should try to complete it without taking any damage, but if we're gonna take damage, we should try to smoke bomb. So, barricade. Uppercut. Also, this is an interesting fight because we are surrounded. If we're attacked from behind, we take 50% more damage. It's very, very scary. We're gonna hit him. Or are we gonna turn around on turn 1? We can turn around on turn 1, kill this guy really quickly. Actually, I kinda like that. It means this guy's dealing 4 more damage. Oh, spooky. But it also means we can do a lot of damage ourselves. So, we're going to immolate. It's expensive, but it's worth it. We're gonna uppercut him, keep him weak and vulnerable. We're taking 1 damage, and that's too much damage. I think we want to make sure we're not taking any damage, so I think we want to either True Grit or Iron Wave. It's only 7 damage dealt. Let's True Grit the Iron Wave, and then we can Sever Soul. I'm brilliant. And actually, double block can be kind of nice for us. So we're taking a little bit of extra damage now, but this guy's a lot weaker. 110 health versus 160. I think this is the guy we want to kill first. So, armaments. It should make Entrench 1, and it should make Seeing Red 0. Exactly. So we gain energy, because at the very least we can transmute. We're gonna Flame Barrier. We are going to defend. We're gonna double our block. We have 82 block. We're gonna transmute for 3. Shuffle 5 random attacks. They cost 0 this combat. But again, do they cost 0 or do they cost Snekawai random? I don't know. We'll play the bomb. We might as well play it and see what happens. Good, 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 bad, bad, good. Yeah, get rid of Enlightenment for me, please. We're taking no damage because we have so much freaking block. And I think we're gonna get out of this combat just fine. With Barricade, we have 28 block next turn. This guy we can kill pretty quickly in... Wow, Perfected Strike is so bad. I have to spend 4 energy to kill this guy, but it's definitely worth it. No, I can spot weakness Perfected Strike and it will do enough to kill him. So that's what we should do. In fact, yeah, I mean, it's the cheapest attack I have. Okay, so now we're facing this guy. You can't hit us in the back anymore. True Grit's free. Get rid of Enlightenment. I'll get rid of Strike. We can put another bomb out there. And as long as we just stack up defense, I think we're fine. Let's not do the Metallicize this turn. 14 damage? I can handle 14 damage. We can hit you now, too. So, get bashed. And... yeah. Then Shrug and then Body Slam for 75 damage. Yes, please. And then Headbutt. And then bring back anything because he is dead next turn. This was a good fight. I was, thinking about using... oh, the bomb got him! I was thinking about using the smoke bomb. No, we can no longer become frail for free. Reaper, heal, Flame Barrier, block. I think we like Flame Barrier for block added to the deck. It's a 27 card deck, and we're fighting this giant heart monstrosity, which is, lovely. How are we gonna do this? This is a hard boss, by the way. We're probably gonna lose. First of all, strength, dex. We can't escape. It's a boss fight. I was hoping. Dex means that we block more, strength means that we attack harder. So, we attack. Every time we... Oh! We should have blocked, because then we lose 1 energy every turn. No. I messed up. That might cost us the fight, because now we're not at full health, we're not going to get the extra energy from Runic Dodecahedron. I forgot that every card you played hurts you. Well, in that case, we should still play Flame Barrier, because we can play Body Slam. But I definitely did this in the wrong order. That's okay. He adds in a bunch of garbage, and he's gonna hit us for 45. Well, that's rude. Armaments is block. How do we have block this turn? All right, self-forming clay. We should armaments. Upgrades everything. What is it upgrading? Uppercut. He's already weak. He's taking 45 damage. We could armaments flame barrier, and then he will take 6, 7, 8, 9 from the thorns. Yeah, we'll still have this burn in our deck, but we can do something with it later, probably. I don't know. I think we probably want to block as much as possible, and transmutation we'll hold on to. This is gonna be rough. Now he's doing 2 times 12. This is when Flame Barrier would be lovely, but we don't have it. In fact, we also can't play Barricade because it's too expensive. This is horrible. This is probably gonna mean that we end up losing because we've gotten bad rolls on Snekowai and card draw. Well, we probably want to defend, and we probably want to defend, and this is a defend. It's an okay defend. In fact, we're taking 1 damage. All in all, that's not that bad, but I would have really loved to have gotten a Flame Barrier because he's hitting for times 12. He's still taking a lot from the thorns, but it could have been better. We want... I mean, the defend doesn't matter, but it lets us play other cards. So we'll defend. We will bludgeon. No, we want to Sever Soul to get rid of the wound and the void, even at the cost of a little bit of damage. So we're gonna immolate and we're gonna Sever Soul. We still have to hit him. And losing the energy at the beginning was a bit of a problem. And we don't have enough block. I think we are probably gonna lose. Probably not on this turn. We want to slime. Want to bludgeon. He's got 2 strength up as well, so he will start doing a lot more damage. Whenever you gain block, deal 5 damage to a random enemy. I want to play Juggernaut and then just block everything. 4 times 12. If we don't get 48 block, we're... Barricade is still 3! God dang it, Bobby. Flame Barrier. I want to True Grit 12. Gets us to 30 some odd block. We could play Barricade, but it's not a good card to play. If we play it, we can start playing our blocks and stack up block on the off turns, but we can't play anything else. You know, we can't play Body Slam for... Well, it's only going to be like 40 damage. Do we play it slow? I think we play it slow. Get rid of the... Get rid of the bash. Play the Barricade. Hit him. He's taking a lot of damage thanks to Flame Barrier. That had to go out. We have 15 block, which is permanent block, but look at these cards. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 1. This is Sneko's Eye. You know, the Sneko giveth and the Sneko taketh. And right now the Sneko is taking eth. So we'll block in the future. We'll uppercut, which removes 2 of his artifacts anyways. Oh, but this is not good. Have to block. We have to get to enough block to live. Uppercut weakens him. He's dealing 33 damage. This is free. This is free. We're taking no damage. We stack up more damage for the future. Okay, you know what? It's not a bad turn. Yeah, the Sneko right now is taking Eth, and we have to get 48 block in 1 turn. We can't do that. This deck is not built around getting a lot of block really quickly. Although, we can get really freaking close. No, we can't. We can't play both True Grit and Sneko. Sneko, you... Change this text. The Sneko giveth and the Sneko taketh, because the Sneko right now is taking my dreams away from me. We can't block. We have no energy. We can't play. 3 is too expensive for a 1-cost card game. We got pretty close though. 161. Just take the potion. This is his weak turn too. 98. We got him down to 98. Damn it. You son of a gun. Well, there's our first attempt. Not even any Ascension run, just the heart. This freaking heart. This freaking Sneko Eye. It was so good up until it wasn't. It wasn't even Coffee Dripper that screwed me, because we managed to make it to this floor. It was Sneko giving me 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Barricade being way too expensive. Ah, man. That's a shame. But still, a fun run. And I'm definitely going to go again, but we're going to play as probably the Silent and then the Defect, and then whether we win or we lose those, we'll go back to the Ironclad, try to beat the Heart, and until we defeat the Heart on Ascension 0, base game, we're going to keep looping, and we're going to keep looping until we beat the Heart. That's my promise.